Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Firstly, I just want to say well done to everyone that's just completed their A-levels. I know it's not easy. I'm doing this video kind of to give people going to Loughborough an overview of what it's going to be like. This is because like when I applied, I actually got in through clearing. I was like, oh my god, what's Loughborough like? I have no clue. And then I went online to YouTube to see what it's like, and I just couldn't find really anything. Hopefully this helps someone. I just finished my first year of Loughborough and I study chemical engineering. The course is how you would expect an engineering course, I guess. At first I hated it, I can't lie, but now I understand it more, I understand the importance. I've looked at like placements, I've looked at the pay, I'm just like okay, maybe this is alright. It's very different to A-level I learned, because I did biology, chemistry and maths at A-levels. Anyone can say like you learn it back to front, you learn everything about that, you learn all the content, you have to understand everything in A-levels. So the technique that you use to understand that compared to what you use to get your degree is so different, because your degree is so like, you just don't need to, well, I've only done first year, but from what I've seen and from like the advice I've gotten from like people in the year above, you don't need to read to understand every single thing. There's so many gaps, like, so you just need to go over the past papers and see what they actually want. The lecturers, obviously they're very different from A-level teachers as well. They're so bad. Like lecturers are literally like, they'll talk you to sleep, they'll miss out so much, they'll just read up the PowerPoint. You just need to be very, very, very independent. It was never a case of I'm relying on my lecturers, because
some lecturers as well.
Like sometimes you're just like, do they even know what they're talking about? But they do. But there's this thing called review, and you can basically just recap. It records every lecture, except for like languages. To be honest, I didn't really like review, because I just never could pay attention, because I'll be there on my laptop and then I'll just go on my phone and then I miss the whole hour. So I think it was better for me to go to lecture. But at the same time, sometimes I found lectures quite just not necessary. You don't really pay attention and you don't get anything, because the lecturers are just blabbing on and you're just like, what? And then when you go over and then you like read it, you're like, oh okay, this actually makes sense. So I guess that's why people say you have to like kind of read the content before the lecture. I never did that, but that would definitely help, and I guess I will try to do that in second year. But use your lecturers, definitely, if you can, use it. Coursework weren't hard. I thought all courses were like quite easy, but I always got such low grades in them, and that's something I didn't really understand, because my friends would be getting like 90% and I'll get like 50. I'm like, what? Like, I thought we did the same thing. But next year, I've planned it all. We're going to be doing it together, because that's apparently how you're meant to do it. You're not meant to do things alone, because then you're more likely to fail. It was like this maths test, and oh my days. In one of them, I got 18%. The next one, I did it with two of my friends and we got 100%. So I was just like, what? And I was like, why wouldn't we just do it together from the start? We're just wasting, you know what? We're just learning, yeah. First year is about learning, because, yeah. Now, exams, this is literally like what matters the most. Revision period is like, is when the recap really starts, because during the term you're not really paying attention, you're learning bit by bit, but you're not really serious. But then when exams are coming, wow, you literally go over the whole topic and you understand everything. That was me in second semester. Lectures were just, I was just not feeling it, because it was like 9 a.m. maths. Who's doing that maths at 9 a.m? It just wasn't working. When the exam period came and I actually revised then, and I understood everything within a week, yes. The revision you do in that time literally is all you need for first year, for what I've experienced, because before that, no one's serious. You can't, it's just so hard. If you read one chapter and then the next week you do another chapter, you've forgotten what you did the chapter before. So you have to, it's either you'll be constant or you just do it all in the end. But I obviously wouldn't recommend, because it's a lot of work, but it worked kind of for me. So for my first year result, I got 66%. Now I think about it, it's like I'm like, oh, I should have got off first. I was just 4% off, blah, blah, blah. But when I was doing the exam, I was like, oh my days, I hope I pass. So, I mean, it's alright. I think with the degree, you definitely need to like learn to love it, because that's what will push you further. And it's like when you watch shows like Grey's Anatomy and what am I watching now? How to Get Away with Murder. You see all these like students that love the degree, that just want to know more and more, and I'm like, I need to be like that. That's the kind of mentality you need to have, like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to learn more. Yes, because that's what uni is about. Like, don't get distracted, it's the degree. Next topic, halls. So I was in Towers. Wouldn't recommend that if you're doing engineering, because it's in the east side of campus and engineering is in the west side of campus. I would say that stopped me from going to a lot of lectures, because you know Loughborough is the biggest campus in Europe, so enjoy your walk in. My hall was fully catered, as in it had no ovens, it had no stove, like I couldn't cook anything, and I had to share 2 toilets with 11 people. I really suffered, man. I hated it. The food was not it as well. I don't know why, but whenever I ate, I would just never be full. I was always hungry. And you eat dinner at 5 o'clock, and by the time it's like 10 o'clock and you're revising, and you're just like, oh my days, I'm hungry again. So you buy something to eat, and that's how I literally spent all of my money, buying food at night. Like, please do not get catered. And if you don't get along with your flatmates, then you have to go eat alone. I'd say the good halls, the ones I recommend, are Holt. That was really nice. I think the atmosphere is like really nice. Bakewell, Fork Egg, I think that's the cheapest. It's alright. It's quite small, rooms are quite small. Yeah, so that's just kind of it with halls. And I think it's a good idea to get into any group chat or anyone in your halls. Okay, now we're going to talk about friendships. It's so hard to actually make friends. Like for me, friends is close friends. Like, just if I meet someone, I'm like, hey, how you doing? That's not really like friendship. Friendship is people like you can talk to anything about, you can go to, they come to you, like, you know what good friendship is. And it's so hard to like find good friendships when you meet so many people. You get all the Snapchats and then they just kind of stay on your phone and you're like, I don't even know if I can talk to them. So me and my friend, we literally had the discussion, what makes people friends? And we decided it was like, you need to have things in common with them. In university, in first year, you have things in common with literally everyone. You're in first year, you're in the same university, you study the same course, you're in the same halls, you can talk about people in all these things. And then there's this other interest, like you both like the same artists, you're both Marvel fans, you're both like dancing, you're both singers, you're both YouTubers. Like there's so many things you could like bond with people about. And that's why we're like, when you meet someone, like you need to find out what their interests are, so you see if you can bond with them. And then if you guys really get along, you're like, oh my gosh, we love the same artists, we're literally the same people, then you're more likely to keep in contact. And then you meet up the next day, you be like, hey girl, how you doing? Like, I'm good. You have lots of opportunity to meet new people. Like we go to the union. The union is basically where all nights out happen for the first year. So you can find friends in your halls, friends from other halls, friends in your course, friends from ACS, friends from societies. That's another one. I literally didn't join any society or any clubs, which is so tragic. I thought I would join loads, but I didn't. I wish I joined like a dance one. I wish I joined ACS. I wish I joined like drama. There is so much you can do, and I would say literally join one. To be honest, I think I messed most of my friends from friends. That's another thing. So you meet friends and then you're like, oh my gosh, I like you, and then they kind of like show you their friends, and then you all get along. And that's the case, that's literally always the case, because if you get along with someone, you're probably more likely to get with your friend as well. I didn't go to literally any of the events because I just felt like I didn't know anyone, so why would I go? But I kind of just regret not joining it, because obviously you're more likely to meet people like you get on with if you join this kind of like societies and things. So yeah, that's a mistake on my part, and that's what I really recommend people just join. Like, it was literally £5. Like, I should have just join ACS, go to the events and try to be social and nice, but not just social, be proactive, find people you like. But I think before you do that, You need to be friendly to everyone. I don't want to say don't be you, but if you're just kind of like laid back, you don't really try, like I really wouldn't recommend that, because you might miss opportunities to be friends with people that you would be friends with, because it's very overwhelming. And now the environment, the town is tiny. You're not gonna find anything. New Look, Topshop and Primark are the only like clothes shop, and everything closes at like 6 except like the pubs and stuff. So it's literally like you walk in at like 7 and everywhere is just off. No one's walking around. You're like, this is such a dead town. But it's alright because we're here for academics. That's why everyone just goes to like Leicester or Nottingham. Those are actual cities. Like you can't not compare. It's calm, nice, big, I'd say clean. Like it's a really nice environment, especially the campus. It's very easy to work. That's another really good thing, because there are literally computer rooms everywhere, and all the times they're empty. I literally never went to the library because, like, you know, it was the opposite side of campus and who's walking there. It's safe. I always used to go for runs in the night, and that was nice. The boy to girl ratio is so ridiculous. I would say there are like 22 girls in my course, and there's like 120 people in total. So do the math. And in general, when you're walking around campus, in your halls is also like that. There's way more boys, and also the diversity is shocking. No, it's even in the Midlands, so you wouldn't expect that, but majority is white, like 75%, I'd say. It's not even a big deal, but it's just what you should expect. What I wish I'd done differently, I wish I'd done more work during term time. I guess that would have been easier for the exams. For my coursework, I wish I'd done it with my friends. I wish I would just, because I was always like, this is my degree, I need to do it alone because I'll be the one in the end with the degree, not my friends. But no. Like, I remember my third year's friend telling me, like, you need help. You always need help, because this degree, you do it alone and then you get like 50%, and people do get 70%, and they'll be the one getting like all the good jobs. So they were like, don't let your pride get in the way, just ask for help. So yes, okay, I'll ask for help. But yeah, second year is going to be very different, and I'm going to try to get like the lecturers to notice me, because like I'm one of those people, as soon as it ends, I'm like out the door. Like some people, they run to lecturers to ask questions, but I just didn't get anything to be asking questions. So I'm going to try to like understand it before I go to lectures. And then when I ask them, they'll be like, oh, this girl, what's her name, Blossom? So when they're marking my papers, they'll be like, I think she understood. Yeah, that's totally my goal. I also wish I found like a church group earlier, because I tried to get into like a church, but I just wasn't feeling it. So I went to like a long period just not doing anything on Sundays, but I did in the end. Found a church. I found Redeem, which I really like, and then they have like a youth group every like Thursday, which is so funny. Like everyone's so funny there, so I'd recommend that as well. I wish I tried harder with my whole friends in the first freshers week, and I wish I had joined a club, and that's what I'm going to do next year. I'm going to join ACS, but I want to join a club, even though the clubs are hard because it's Loughborough. Loughborough is a sport university. I'll try. I can tell you all the things I regret and what I would do differently, but it could be completely different for you, and you might say, oh, I don't need to do that, and then you have to learn in your own way what you want to do and what you regret. So it's just my opinions. Have fun, work hard, meet friends. Thank you for watching. I hope you have such a blast, and well done. Bye.